Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Comic Source Podcast. I was tempted to say live from New York. It's early Thursday morning, but it's a special live from New York Comic-Con Bad Idea episode. You have the chance, all of you out there, you have the chance to stop Bad Idea and their bad ideas by going to Kickstarter right now and pledging. And if it doesn't reach the 2.6 million, well, then you're going to end up with some pretty cool shit. So I have three of the big guys that come up with these bad ideas from the company joining me. They've been on the show before, friends of the show. So Dinesh Shamdasani, Josh Johns, Adam Freeman. Great to see you guys. Sorry I'm not there in New York with you, but you're all set up, ready to go for the show, right?
Man, this is where shit's happening.
Yeah, Adam was unaware that he was on mute for a second there. You want to go that again? Yeah, wish you were here, man. This has been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, so big booth there. This is, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time you guys have exhibited at a show. Is that right?
Well, I mean, when we actually owned a donut bakery for a little while. I don't know if you followed that. And during that period, we did a little, we had some donuts at SC Comic Con, and we had a booth. It was a really tiny booth, very, very tiny. But this is our first full size booth. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, but you weren't even, you guys had quit, like Bad Idea had gone away, and then all of a sudden you decided to bring it back. What's the story there? I thought it was over and done with. Dinesh,
we ran out of donuts, but I think Dinesh could probably speak to that.
What? Sorry? Oh, you know what?
Yeah, we thought Bad Idea was over. Previously, the only other show you had done before was, a little tiny house for Adam giving away donuts, actually. Donut thing fell through, so you decided to come back to comics?
Tough business, man. Confectionery. Tough. Brutal. Some people say brutal business.
Yeah, donuts will break your heart. That's what they say.
The whole supply chain behind sugar and flour right now, it's all messed up, dude. Like, you got to paper's where it's at. Comics turns out slightly easier than donuts. Who knew?
But we love it. We can't stay away. Honestly, the whole time we were away, we were building comics. Building, I think, the best books we've ever been involved in. But it gave us more time to really finesse the books, and we kind of like it. I wouldn't be surprised if we took a seasonal approach to publishing going forward.
Wow, that's interesting. So you have a Kickstarter right now, and we have a second wave of Bad Idea that's coming. So let's talk about the Kickstarter first. So tongue-in-cheek, stop Bad Idea, but really it's a chance for Bad Idea fans. If you missed out on Bad Idea before, there's a tier where you can get every Bad Idea comic that's been produced as far as the monthly releases. What are some of the other options? Give us some information about this Kickstarter.
Yeah, sure. Oh, sorry, I was calling in. Are we back? Oh, sure. Yeah, sorry about that. We partnered with Kickstarter to make the Stop Bad Idea campaign. It's all about stopping Bad Idea. The only way you can stop them is to make more Bad Idea. We have a bunch of stuff we're really excited about. Our first ever hardcover, our first collected edition of any kind of the Hero Trade, Matt Kinn and David Lapham, is available there. We sold out in the first 7 minutes, I believe, of Megalith. The first time anyone's going to see the legendary book Megalith, which is real and will arrive to our backers. And also our first foray into cards revival collectibles. The Hero Trade card, another thing that sold out, I believe, in the first 10, 15 minutes. So yeah, there's a lot. 3 different tiers are already sold out. Last I looked, we were hovering around the $120,000 marker, and we're not even 24 hours old yet. We haven't even done a full day yet. So we're very, very happy with the Stop Bad Idea movement so far, because we would love to get stopped. $2.6 million, and we will happily go off forever. So, but so far so good. But I would say keep an eye on this whole convention. Keep an eye on what we're going to be doing coming up, because there's a lot more surprises, a lot of items yet to be revealed.
Yeah, it's so interesting because you guys, like you had said, and Dinesh had told me, not planning on doing trades or collected editions from the beginning, but maybe somewhere down the line, and now we have it. So I think for Bad Idea fans, it's great to be able to get the Hero Trade. We know how exclusive it was. It was hard to get. Not everybody can afford to pay thousands of dollars, and now they can jump on. And there's a lot of great tiers and a lot of ways to support Bad Idea. So So that's really great. And I know you guys have some stuff going on there in New York. We'll talk about that in a second. But I do want to touch on the second wave that's coming. What can you tell us about that as far as working with your partner stores and that sort of thing?
Well, I mean, once again, we have decided to eschew the standard distribution and work only with the retailers who understand that Bad Idea is something special, right? It should be special for the fans to come in on the Wednesday. We're continuing to reward the fan that shows up first on a Wednesday. We're going to continue to give retailers an amazing deal so that they can partner with us to build Bad Idea in their stores. This is stuff that no other publishers are doing, and we have, once again, a really deep bench of amazing retailers all over the world who have signed up to help us, distribute our Bad Ideas.
Yeah, and again, I tell people this all the time. The reason that you can only get it at the comic store is to help drive traffic to the comic store, make it an experience, become one of those Wednesday warriors and pick up one of these books. Now, I have heard some pushback from some people about saying, well, no, you can only get it if you go in and you pay for everything ahead of time. That's not actually true, right, Dinesh? I mean, you do have that option if you want to be sure to never miss anything. And that's the thinking behind that, right? For the fans that maybe they can't get there early every Wednesday, but they want to be sure not to miss any of these Bad Idea books because you guys are very small and you don't always have the largest print runs. Is that accurate?
Yeah, look, we partner with stores that we feel will do really well with our books. We don't want to waste any store's time that has a different kind of audience. We don't want our time wasted either. We don't do digital. We don't do variants. We often, until right now, don't do collections for a lot of business reasons. But what we do is we provide books that are fair price in stores. Most of the stores mail order. We also do a big campaign before every slate where we ask our fans to go and pre-order everything so they don't miss anything. Makes it easier for them, gives the stores some security that they know that they're going to sell the stuff. And then we get to do a little fun thing where we get the fans a sticker and do a little surprise comic book at the end. So no, our books they're available at 275, 300 locations, and most of them mail order. And no, you don't have to buy them all at once. Some stores do bundles where they'll say, this is a 3-issue series, prepay for all 3. Other stores, every store is different. They run their business differently.
Gotcha. Well,
we give them the freedom to do that.
Yeah, and again, it's all about choice, right? And bringing back the collectability to comics, getting people in the stores, everybody. I mean, digital's great for the casual fan, but, I think Bad Idea is more of a hardcore comic fan. So if you consider yourself hardcore.
It's also piracy. We found at Valiant, that 99% of the pirated copies of our books came from our digital files going to our digital partners. They're just the people who put in the books, I don't know, slipping them to friends or someone hacking into the back end. Who knows? We've got very little piracy here, and it helps the stores and helps us.
Yeah, that's 100% true. So I do have to call you out on one thing, though. We spoke a couple of days ago. You were so worried about the Kickstarter, having never done one before, and you guys funded in 7 minutes. I told you, man, don't worry, people are going to show up. How surprised were you when it funded in 7 minutes?
You know what? We put so much thought, we put so much effort into building out a fun narrative, something for our fans to interact with and engage with. That we always feel so we didn't feel confident we wouldn't be doing these things. But when you're about to hit send and you're about to launch live on something you haven't done before, there's always a second like, oh, you know what? Like, is this the thing that's going to break if we've gone too far? But we saw. I think the first thing that happened, someone bought Megalith. The Megalith packs are $5,000, and at that point in time, I was like, okay, it's going to be a good day. And I say good day. It hasn't ended yet. We still have another 4 or 5 hours left, just in our first 24 hours, and then things are going to turn up just a notch more.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was incredible.
Yeah, people there waiting, and yeah, I was sad. I didn't think it was gonna. I was confident, but I didn't think it was gonna fund that fast. Yeah, the Megalith stuff went super fast. The painted hardcover went super quick. I was like, oh man, was that work? And
we did spend a lot of time saying, okay, so what happens if this doesn't fund? Yeah, no, it's been an amazing day. It's been an amazing day.
Fantastic. And as we're talking here, as Josh mentioned, there's still a few hours left. You really want to get into that first 24 hours. There's a special book plate in the hardcover that will be signed by Matt. So it's at $121,000 right now. I'm sure there's stretch goals to come. But what else do you want people to know about the campaign, Josh, before we talk a little bit about your New York Comic Con plans?
I just think this is not. I've always found this to be very accessible. This is Bad Idea our most accessible. So at the $40 tier, Hero Trade 2, the sequel, the direct sequel to one of our biggest successes in the Hero Trade, that's available. Obviously, for people who have been moaning online that they can't find a destination store or somehow they're unable to get direct access to mail order or anything like that. Guess what? All of the ideas right there for you in a fairly priced tier. So it's time to put your money where your mouth is and stop us for good and get those comics.
Listen, at this rate, if the day-to-day transactions go this well, we're out of business. Yeah. We're going to hit $2.6 million.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to go figure out something else to do with our days.
Yeah, sit on a beach and drink some Mai Tais, I guess. Not a bad
That's wonderful.
Jay, for real, I mean, 10,000, we were happy. That was our number. So this is all gravy.
Yep.
And for me, it's very comforting to see hundreds and hundreds of people, not just big dollar amounts, hundreds of people coming in and saying, I want this hardcover. I want to read the Hero Trade. I want the 100-page news story that's going to go in the hardcover, things like that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and one more thing I want to mention or touch base on before we talk about your New York Comic Con plans. There are some rewards in this Kickstarter that are exclusive to the Kickstarter, right, that you won't be able to get anywhere else. So if you're a Bad Idea fan and you're a completist, you're a collector, you need to join if you want to get these items because they're not going to be offered anywhere else. Is that correct?
There's a lot. We've got the Paparazzo standalone. We've got Fabulous standalone, Bloody Mess standalone. There's 4 or 5 books here that in this format we won't be able to. We promise we won't do them again anywhere else.
Which is not even to say the high-end designer toys that we're putting out there with the Hero Trade car. And yesterday we launched. I believe there's only one as of this moment. There is only one more black colorway left of the car. So whoever gets that and that's it. That completes the set. So there's a lot of things that you can only get through the Kickstarter. We're going to be very committed to that.
Also, when you check out, the Bad Idea hat, the Stop Bad Idea hat, the Stop Bad Idea shirts, the 9.9, Hero Trade 2, like the stuff you can only get through this.
Which, and that's our first ever merch offering. We should add that. Ever since we came back, the logo's a good looking logo. People are excited about our brand. People have asked us to make merch, and we have refused. Only staff only. You can actually get it for the first time through this campaign. So check it out at checkout. You can add in a 9.9 CGC Bad Idea, a Hero Trade 2, as well as a hat and a shirt. So a lot of fun stuff, which we're modeling right now.
Yeah, you guys look great. You look great. Well, and there's something for you fans that are listening that are going to be at New York Comic Con, hopefully today, because I have a feeling they're going to all be gone today. There is a way you can stop Bad Idea and help them get to that 2.6 million. And if you're really tired of hearing about Bad Idea and their crazy ideas, you can be walking around San Diego New York Comic Con with something special, right, to try to stop everybody. Dinesh has it there.
I mean, yeah, obviously, we must be stopped, and this is how you can contribute: is by coming to the booth at 3437 here at New York Comic Con. Grab one of these signs and walk around and tell people we must be stopped. Yeah. Well, it's a stylistic choice, and obviously this guy. Yes, it's an angry move. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that this is a weapon, but I am saying you can hurt somebody. What I'm saying is, you walk around with this, you tell people these people got to be stopped. They cannot continue to dictate how the comics industry goes. They must be stopped with these signs. We got to go around and tell people to stop Bad Idea, and there will be hundreds of people here at the show today who will do that. Now, if they do it, they do come back to the booth and they do get a Escape from Wyoming comic that you can only get here, right? Yes, you do get more Bad Idea comics. And if you contribute to the Kickstarter, you also get a prequel to Orc Island. So, I mean, yes, you can get more comics, and God bless you for it. But we must be stopped, and only you can come here and help spread this message. That's you, Jace. Get on a plane, brother.
If there was any way I could have made it, you guys know I'd be there with you. I mean, honestly, I'd be walking around, I'd be chanting, stop Bad Idea, stop Bad Idea. Everybody go to the Kickstarter and contribute. These guys must be stopped. Not because I don't want great comics, but because I do want you guys to have secure retirement and be enjoying your life sitting on the beach at night time.
I mean, this guy's got the money for all of his art has to come from somewhere.
What's retirement? I don't know what that word is. What's retirement?
You heard him. It's beaches and Mai Tais.
Yeah, exactly.
Just retired for the 48 hours. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, guys, have a great show. Congratulations on funding the Kickstarter. I personally can't wait. Really curious to see how high it's going to go. As we're winding up here, anything else you want to share with Bad Idea fans or any potential Bad Idea fans?
I mean, again, this slate, we're super excited about it. It launches November 2nd. The Escape from Wyoming by Rob Venditti and Jorge Monlongo, as well as Orc Island by Josh Dysart and Alberto Ponticelli, the team that brought the Eisner, I think, award-winning book, Unknown Soldier. And then we just go from there. We've got an awesome superhero book by Christos Gage and Thomas Giorello called The Finder. We've got Burning Man, which we haven't revealed all the details of yet, but it's kind of a choose-your-own-adventure thing. We're not going to tell too much about it yet. We've got The End by David Lapham. Awesome book, my favorite in the slate.
They're all terrible.
Ramon Villalobos, Matt Kemp.
Ramon's done incredible work on that book. Yes. Werewolf, big surprise in Werewolf.
Yep, don't say too much about it. Yeah, everyone thinks that they Werewolf figured out. You do not. So you can only do all the fun stuff we do if the comics are the best in the industry. We continue to believe that. So we're turning out great comics. We're so proud and happy with our creators right now.
Yeah, and we must be stopped.
But yeah, at the same time, shut this shit down.
Okay, so if anybody wants to be sure they're up on the latest Bad Idea news, they know when these new releases are dropping, when details for new books get announced, where's the best place to follow Bad Idea, to learn about all the stuff? Obviously, Bad Idea Corp, sign up for the newsletter, right? And where else?
Yeah, at Bad Idea on Twitter and Instagram. Obviously, anytime someone's going at hello Bad Idea on Twitter and Instagram. And then, of course, you're on mailing list. If you want to stay on to Bad Idea, definitely make sure you never miss an email. Our big thing at the beginning, are even bigger this year, pay attention. A lot's happening.
Yeah, so everybody, I'll
make sure we don't go to spam, because there's always something in there.
Yeah,
always something in there.
I can vouch for that. I know these guys, and even I learned stuff from emails. Bone to pick. I'll pick with you guys at a later time why you guys aren't telling me stuff ahead of time. But anyway, everybody, I'll put links to the social media and the website. You can go and sign up for the newsletter in the show notes. Again, guys, have a great con. Wish I could be there. Good luck with the Kickstarter. Can't wait to see how high it goes.
Thank you, Jace.
Thank you.
Wish you were here, man.
Really and to all you listeners, want to thank you for joining us as always. If you're at New York Comic Con, be sure to stop by the booth. The number one more time?
3437.
3437 if you're at New York Comic Con. Go by. Better get there first day if you want one of those picket signs. So thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll talk to you next time.